In this video, I want to show you how I turned part of this block of cherry wood into this Rook chess piece. First, I had to clear a lot of things out of the garage and get them out of the way so that I could shoot the video. This was one of the things that held me back for a while in getting started with wood turning. I would always make excuses about how either the space wasn't big enough or I didn't have the right materials, but eventually just decided I needed to take the plunge. I came to Woodcraft to get a lesson in the basics on wood turning from a family mentor, and I had a lot of fun. He showed me how to use different carbide tipped tools and had me working on oak wood to start with, just because he said oak is one of the tougher woods, and if you can get that to work well for you, then all the other woods are going to seem easy. Here's what we came away with. Here you can see me creating a center on this side of the wood so that I can pinch it in the workspace on the lathe. I know there are better ways of doing this, but currently I don't have many good options outside of just drawing lines. And here's a great shot of me sawing the piece of wood off. You can see my triceps are looking quite nice. Got the section I'm going to be working on here. It's 4 inches long. And here I tried something pretty stupid. Tried to create an X with the saw on the end for support, but realized I just need to have an indentation for the spur center. And I'm using Wood River carbide replaceable tool tips. They're pretty nice. They look good. And here I'm just screwing into the wood a little bit with a drill to create more of a hole on each side so that the wood can be properly mounted in that live center. Here I'm driving in the spur center to one side of the wood. I realized doing it on the lathe itself made more sense, less bounce than doing it on a plywood workbench. Now that the spur center is secure on the wood, it's time to finally start turning. This lathe gets up to about 1460 RPMs, which is really all I need for the things I'm doing on it. The work gloves you see me wearing here are definitely not necessary, but I am a total beginner and I like to take any precaution I can to ensure that I'm being safe. Fun fact about the visor, or the face shield that I have, I didn't realize when I bought it, the box did not show that the visor itself was blue, so that was a fun surprise when I got that out. Now every time I wood turn, I'm going to be seeing things in blue, which is pretty funny. Now I'm adjusting the tool rest, and the reason for that was the wood was catching a lot, like you see it doing here. And I was seeing online that if that's happening, it can be because the tool rest isn't at the proper height or the proper distance from the working object. I tried both of those things, and unfortunately it wasn't working. What ended up making it work was just removing the wood and remounting it. So trial and error, and a lesson learned. Now that I'm finished with the roughing, it's time to use the hollower tool to start creating more details. This is probably my favorite part of the wood turning process thus far. It's just really satisfying to watch that wave of wood chips come off as you glide along it with the hollower tool. I'll be honest and admit, when I first started this project, I didn't know what I was going to make, but when I got this sort of dumbbell shape, I thought, well, that kind of looks like a rook, and I think if I've gotten this far, I can actually finish it out and make it look at least a little bit like a rook chess piece. To finish out the carving process, I'm using the diamond tip to create these last few details. I don't know if I was supposed to use it to create this taper that you'll see in a second, but it worked out pretty well, I thought. The very last step is to go over it with 150 grit sandpaper, just a small section of it, to smooth out the piece and make it look a little nicer. And there you have it. A rookie makes a rook. This was really fun. This was really, really fun. I'm looking forward to making more projects in the future. I'm looking forward to also finishing those pieces of wood with some sort of finish or stain. And I also want to learn how to hollow things out, like the top of this rook. I want to do that in the future so that it can look more like an authentic chess piece. But at any rate, thank you so much for watching this video. If you, like me, struggle with perfectionism and worry about starting new things and feel like you're going to just mess up, well, you're going to mess up, but it's fun learning, and it's fun struggling through the mess ups and through even feeling stupid sometimes to get to the other side. If I hadn't pushed through the feelings of stupidity or the feelings of inadequacy in terms of my knowledge, then I wouldn't have gotten to have this experience of making this. So I encourage you to do the same. Just push through the discomfort, push through the awkwardness of the experience, and I think good things await you on the other side. Thanks for watching, and I will share more projects with you very soon.